Hi, I'm Amber and I'm the Dance Development Artist for Company Chameleon, a dance company based in Manchester. Welcome to the 5th edition of our online Saturday programme. It's wonderful to have you here, whether you've done all of the other sessions or this is your first one. We'll make sure that we have lots of fun today. So in today's session, I'm going to kick us off with a warm-up, followed by a fun technical exercise, and then I'm going to pass back over to Dave, who is going to see you through a phrase of movement and a creative task. Before we get going, just make sure that anything you might trip over has been moved out the way and put to the side. Anything you might bang into has been pushed out the way also, and some water is nearby if you need to take a break. Don't forget that as this is online, you're able to pause or rewind this video completely as you please. Great, let's do it. Okay, let's start off with a warm-up. This week I am going to revisit the warm-up that we did 2 weeks ago. So if you did that session, which was session 3, then you'll already have done this, so this time you can do it even better. So we start with our feet in a nice wide position, like so, and you can be nice and relaxed. We're going to do 2 head rolls to the right. 2, and then 2 to the left. 1, 2. Then our hands are going to go out in front of us and we're going to warm up our wrists and fingers. So we open and close our hands like this as fast as we can for 8 counts. And then we're going to switch our wrists like this for 8 counts. Then we go back to opening and closing and back to switching. From here, you're going to turn out your feet. So your feet should be pointing on a diagonal, and just check that when you bend, your knees are going over your toes. So your knees should always be going directly over your toes. They should never be going slightly in, because then you can get strange things happening to your knees. So our hands are going to clasp in front of us, and we're going to do 4 big pliés or squats, whatever you'd like to call them. So we're going to go down and up and down and up 4 times, which then leads us into our cardio section. So we jump our feet together and we're going to do jogging on the spot. So we go like this, which then goes into reaching our hands up high and pulling our knees up. So we call this high knees. Then our hands are going to go behind our bum and we're going to kick our bum. And then we're going to finish off with some tiny jumps. So making sure we're pointing our toes and swing our arms and bending your knees when you land. Then we'll turn to the side, or you can do this going forwards. We're going to do a roll down. So we drop our head and our head pulls us all the way to the floor, and give your head a little nod. Make sure your neck's light, nice and loose. We're going to bend, stretch, bend, stretch, then come down, bringing your bum to your heels. Then we're just going to open up our legs like this and twist, and then you can open up your back and get a nice stretch like this before we go into our core section. So we crawl out into a nice strong plank. Your shoulders should be over your wrists. From here, we're going to do some mountain climbers. So you bring your feet up towards your belly button. Then we do some opening and closing, so our feet jump out, but our knees do not touch the floor. They jump in, out, and in. A few more times. From here, we're going to go into some crawls. So we make sure that we've got flat hands on the floor and our feet are on our toes. We're just going to crawl around the floor, exploring the space. But then when I say switch, you're going to switch and go into what we call the crab. So your hands should be pointing forwards and your bum lifted high like this, and you're going to scuttle around your space, exploring. And then we finish off with the cardio section again. So that's our runs, our high knees, our bum kicks, and our little jumps. And following the cardio section, the last one, we will put our legs back into our second position that we did when we were doing our squats, and I will just lead us through some stretches to the side. Don't worry about remembering all of that, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to be doing it with you, and I'm going to be calling out the instructions so you'll know exactly what you're doing. But if you feel like you need to see it again, then just rewind the video. Great, let's do it. What we're going to do is learn a little movement that Company Chameleon use in all of their workshops and in all of their performances that you will see online or in the theatre. So it's called a Zulu. What I would like you to do is move to this side of your space. So you should be facing me. And then I'd like you to duck down into this squat position. So you should be able to balance on your toes. So your heels should be lifted off the floor. So you're now in the same place that I am. I would like you to lift your hands in the air like this. And I would like you to put your hands on the floor but facing the back. So you will have to twist slightly, but your hands are going to go directly to face the back. Let's do that together. So hands up, 5, 6, 7, hands down. Great, and you have to take your body with you, unless you've got super long arms. Let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, and hands. Great, and make sure that your hands are completely flat on the floor. So we've got no fingers touching like this, and I don't want to see any gap. Completely flat hands. So that's not the full move. What happens next is the feet are going to unravel, and you'll end up in this position, but on the other side. I'd like you just to watch once, so see how I do it. So my hands are up, they go onto the floor as I twist, and then this leg opens up and the other one follows it. But that was slow motion, so when I do it a bit faster, it just whips around. So let me show you one more time, and then you can have a little go. So we're here, our hands are in the air, they go straight to the back, so my head should be facing the back, and then I am going to unravel this front foot, and unravel the other foot, and push off using my hands, so I land back here. Let's have a little go together. It is a little bit fiddly at first, so if you would prefer to pause the video and work it out for yourself, then please do so. But let's just try on the right side. So we're here, we're lifting up our hands, they're going to face the back wall, and they unravel. So let's try them in a little bit of speed. Hands, back wall, unravel. And it really does help if you drop your head. If you keep it sticking out, your weight will be in a funny place. Shall we have a go to the other side? Ready, hands. They're going to twist again towards the front, but then land facing the back. Then we open one foot, other foot, and I push off to get me sitting back up. Let's have another go on this side. Stand up, give your legs a little shake. We're back down. Ready, hands, back wall, unravel. Great. One more time with some speed, and then I'll put on the music, and we're going to go 8 times. Quite a lot. So, ready? Hands up. Ready, and down. Excellent. Stand up and give your legs a shake. As I said, if you need a little bit more time to figure it out, then pause the video. But now we're going to do it with some music, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I might do a break in the middle if I feel like we need it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands, feet, ready, and hands, feet, ready, and hands, feet, ready, and hands, feet. Let's keep going. Hands, feet, ready, and hands, feet. 2 more to go. Ready. Brilliant. Give your legs a shake. Nice job. Now I'm going to pass you on to Dave, and you'll learn some movement.
Hi there guys, my name is Dave. I hope you enjoyed the first part of the session today with Amber. I'm going to lead you through the next part. So for today, I've got a little dance for us to learn, and then a creative task as well, so you guys can make some solos up at home. This week, we're working with this forest theme. So everything in this dance that I'm about to teach you is related to that theme. So we'll be able to imagine things as we go. Let's get started. So stand up for me, move to the back of your space. Like I said, we're going to imagine we're in a forest. So first of all, we're going to step forwards, get nice and low down to the ground. And with this hand, I'm just going to gather up some leaves from the floor, yeah? So I'm stepping forwards, I make a nice big circle shape with my hand to gather up the leaves. Lovely. That same hand is going to throw the leaves as high up in the air as I can possibly get them. Just like so. Let's just do that. Come to the back. I'm going to step forwards. I'm gathering up those leaves and I'm throwing them in the air. Brilliant. I hope you're getting them really high. From here, guys, I'm going to reach up to my hand and with my other hand, pull it down. Yeah, so I'm catching those leaves again and pulling them down and keeping them nice and safe. Let's go from the top. So we step forwards, pick the leaves up, throw them up in the air, catch them, and lower yourself down. Keep them safe. You don't want to let anyone have them. Brilliant. Let's carry on. From there, I'm going to look round to the back. And you know how you might see certain animals in the forest? I'm thinking of a squirrel. You know, or even in your garden, if you don't have a forest nearby, if you have a garden, you know what squirrels look like as they go scampering, or other little animals. We're going to imagine we're one of those. Look to the back, and on all fours, we're just going to do a little circle around the space. Let's recap from the top. So we step forwards, we gather the leaves, we throw them up in the air, and we catch them and bring them back down. Lovely. See the back, scoot around. Amazing. You're doing really well, guys. Should we carry on? This next move, I'm going to imagine that I'm jumping between the trees, almost as if like I'm hiding. If you were to look into a forest and see loads of trees, I want to hide behind them. Yep. So I'm going from down here, I'm going to do one massive jump all the way over to the side of my space. When I get there, I'm going to turn and I'm going to do the same to the other side. So one massive jump and I turn again. Brilliant. See how far you can move. So you could do it like this, but we can be a bit more exciting. Come on, you can really jump as far over into your space as you can. Should we go through all of that from the beginning? Good stuff. So we step forward, collect our leaves, throw them up in the air and keep them safe. We scuttle around. Amazing. Now one big jump and a turn. Again to the other side. Fantastic. Okay, this is great. Let's carry on. Next, I want you to imagine that a big bird has swooped down from the very tops of the trees. You see it coming down straight across your living room. We're going to duck to avoid that bird, but we're not just going to duck here. We're going to go all the way down to the floor. Yep, so get your hands down, get your front down on the floor, miss the bird, and then from here, we're just going to roll over to the other side of the space, as if we're rolling through those same leaves, all the way over. Amazing. Just that bit once more. So we've done our second jump, and turn. We're going to duck, lovely, nice and quick, and then roll to the other side. This is brilliant, guys. Should we go back one more time? We're almost at the end. So we gather the leaves, throw them up in the air, keep them safe, scoot around nice and quick. Lovely. One big jump, and to the other side. Birds coming, duck. Nice. Rolling through the leaves. Excellent. Good stuff. There are 2 moves left. I think we should finish it. So we've rolled to this side of the space. I'm going to get my feet under me and I'm going to press my 2 hands together like so, and I'm going to swing my arms up to the big diagonal. Yep. And here I want to imagine that I'm going to pull a bow and arrow. That's what I'm thinking about. So both arms go up to the corner nice and long, and then I let this front arm pull all the way back down to the other side. So I'm making a big long diagonal line with both my arms. And here I'm thinking about really pulling a bow and arrow. So if you have ever pulled a bow and arrow, you know that it's quite tough. There's a lot of resistance. So we're not going to go like this nice and easily. It's going to be there's going to be some tension there, like, you know, you're pulling on a bit of elastic. So we've rolled over to this side, we jump back up onto our feet, hands go together, both arms go up, we pull that back. Excellent. From there, last move. We gather down, we look up, we see an apple, we're going to jump up and grab it and bring it back down. That's all. As high as you can possibly go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. And that's it, guys. Really simple. So just those last 2 moves. We've rolled over to the side. We've come up. We pull our bow and arrow. Nice long line. We gather down, see the fruit, and jump and grab. Fantastic. Okay, should we try it all? Beginning to end, the whole thing. Move to the back of your space. Get ready. We step forward, gather those leaves, throw them up in the air, and keep them safe. We scoot around. Nice and quick, nice and speedy. 1 big jump. And again. Brilliant. Duck. Excellent. Roll through the leaves. We get back up onto our feet. Bow and arrow, nice and big, nice and long. Gather, see the fruit, jump. Fantastic. There you go, that's it. That is our forest dance. So if you would like to look at that again, go back in the video a little ways and you can see any part of it you need to again. If not, if you are ready, we'll do it with some music together. Here we go. Fantastic, guys. Okay, really well done. We're going to move on. Next, I've got a task for you. So this week, we're going to make up solos based on the idea of tying knots with our bodies. Yes, so we're going to imagine that our bodies are made of rope and we're going to tie as many twisty knots up around ourselves as possible. Yeah, we're going to get all tangled. We're going to find every different which way we can of tying ourselves up in knots and making solos from that. Yeah? So let's get going. You're going to see me doing this as well, and then at the end we'll share what we've all got. Good luck. Okay guys, that's it. That's all the time we're going to take. I hope you've been able to find some nice twisty positions in there. What I'm going to do now is show you what I've come up with, and then we'll put some music on and we can all share them together. Does that sound okay? Let's go. So this is my twisty knot solo. There we go. Okay, right. Let's go with music, shall we? Brilliant, guys. Really well done. I'm sure those were amazing. That's it for me this week now. I'm going to pass you back to Amber. Thank you for joining me and hopefully see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much for all your hard work in today's session. Myself and Dave absolutely love creating today's session, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. So next week is going to be the final session in our first block of Saturday online sessions, so make sure you come and take part. In the meantime, we still have our ongoing Theatre Thursdays, where you can watch our wonderful performances online, which can be found also on our YouTube channel. Also, we have our Challenge Tuesdays, where we will be releasing an online challenge, and you can take part and send us your creative responses. I'd like to say thank you to the wonderful musicians who have been referenced throughout the video for allowing us to use their music today. But that is it from me, and I look forward to dancing with you next week. Bye!